the Course's basic premise is, now, but here's the interesting thing. The Course says that we're all in the thought in the mind of God, right? So we're this, and I think for a lot of people, and certainly for our egos, that doesn't sound really exciting. A thought in the mind of God. But we've never fully been anything, so how do we know what is exciting and what isn't? Because you walk around this world, and sometimes you don't think it's tremendously exciting, do you? I know a lot of people are depressed. I know a lot of people who pray to God to take their life. Yeah, this time of year, this is what happens. There's a lot of that going around. So this world isn't offering us all we want. So when we say you're a thought in the mind of God, that's not a bad thing. That's a pretty exciting thing. The Course uses the analogy of a drop of water. We want to be the drop of water as opposed to being the ocean. That when the drop comes back into the mighty ocean, we think we lose ourselves. And from the Course's perspective, it says you don't lose yourself, you find yourself. You find the fullness of who you are, the wholeness of who you are. Now I'm going to get to the thing. Just wait. Just wait. I'm moving there. I'm moving there. I want you to get the idea of who you are and what you are. Now, the Course says that a mad idea entered the mind of the Son of God that he could be separate from his source. And in that thought of separation, that you could possibly be not the mighty ocean but a drop, that you could possibly not be a thought in the mind of wholeness, that you could possibly think that you do not dwell in the valley of life and life abundantly forever and ever is outrageous. And yet that is what we think a lot of times. It says, because you thought that you could be separate from the all, you fell asleep to your reality. And it says, instead of looking at that and saying how insane and laughing at such a silly idea, we dwelled a little too long and we took that thought seriously. So now what we think we are is separate from the ocean, separate from the thought of God. We feel separate, that there could possibly be an opposite to love. Now the world, the Course would say, is the ego's chosen home. You've probably heard that. The body is a source of separation. So everything out here becomes an example that we are not the ocean. We are not the mind of God, that we are in some way separate. So you might say the earth then is a bad thing? No. Because if you are the Holy Son of God, if you are thinking you're the caterpillar when you're really the butterfly inside, what that means is everything you do and every extension you make or projection out into this world would have what inside of it? The same potential, wouldn't it? If I am a caterpillar crawling along, but really a butterfly inside, then if I project my thoughts outward, what would everything out there have within it too? Same thing? The same potential? The same truth? Right? Okay. So within this world, that's where the Holy Spirit steps into our mind and takes whatever we use as a tool for separation and uses it as a tool for unity. As we've been reading in our text, every unholy relationship has the potential for transformation to a holy relationship. Every thought of separation, every angry thought has the potential for healing within it, for forgiveness. Why is that? Because we're never separate from the love of God. We're never separate from our true identity. We're never separate from a vision that can see all things as pure.